Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Tuesday, 26th of August 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. Probably today is going to be not the usual market commentary because today is, in my opinion, the day of reckoning. When I say the day of reckoning is, I think what is going to happen from tomorrow will be very different with our relationship with US as well as globe, as well as how domestic politics will handle this situation of this 50% tariff put forward by Trump. Now, most people were having hope against hope that the tariff, the extra tariff of 25% won't come into play. I had actually secretly wished that it comes because what it does is, first of all, we will be the only country targeted on this Russian issue on 25% additional tariff. Second is that the globe will come to know that the tariffs which are put on India is very unfair because there is more oil imported from Russia by China, and there is more amount of gas in terms of value imported by the European Union from Russia, and even the refinery which are in operation, and where we take the oil from Russia, they are resold to the European Union. So we are only the conduit. And US, for instance, is also doing huge business in fertilizers and other materials. So if you look at it, the whole world is doing business with Russia, either directly or indirectly. Only India has been, sanctioned. So this will give, the sense of justice and fair play have been thrown out of the window. So sooner or later, it is going to backfire. However, in the short term, we will have to stare at the abyss, and then the abyss will stare at us, as they say, and then we will show who we are, or we will discover who we are. The third thing is, you see, if they're only 25% and this had not gone through, then government would have gone slow. Now the government's house is on fire, literally. So they'll be forced to do reforms. I remember in 1991, when I was just resigned from my company, Ogilvy, and I was about to start my career in the stock market. A very precarious situation was there. We had only 2 weeks of forex. We were pariahs. Nobody was willing to lend. We had given our gold to Bank of England and taken a loan. World Bank was pressurizing us, and people thought the country is going to go bankrupt. Yet we came out of from that. Even though we had a socialist government, the Congress government, Narasimha Rao, who had retired, came back. We appointed a finance minister who had a socialistic bent of mind. Yet we became capitalistic from 1991. So this is the second opportunity which is given to us. I want to know how this government is very different from what was there in 1991, how they will handle this particular situation. I am hopeful that they will handle it, as resilient with resilience as we saw in 1991. In fact, the situation today is far, far less precarious than what it was in 1991. In 1991, it was a question of survival of India economically. Today, it is not so. Today is how much of the tariff brunt the SMEs will bear, how much will the affected industries bear, and what the government will do. So it will be specific targeting. So as we see yesterday, the notice has come finally, which means from tomorrow, 9 o'clock, India will be subject to 50%, 25 plus 25. So the GIFT Nifty, for instance, talks about 80-point down. We don't know how much it will be, because initially it will be, what will happen, I believe, is a buyer strike, which means the buyers will refuse to buy because they would like to wait and watch. But there is something good which is happening, and that is RBI governor yesterday said that we will target the targeted sectors and give some target funds or policies which will be targeted at the sectors which are in trouble. For instance, textiles, gems and jewelry, and these are all sectors where there is huge amount of labor intensive sectors will now get the benefit even from RBI, both monetary policy and fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is coming through the GST. Yesterday, Mr. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, has said that he is going to come with great reforms in 100 days. Now, as of now, everybody is skeptical because even before the 2024 elections, they said first 100 days there'll be great amount of reforms. 100 days have gone. Nearly a year has happened. A year and plus has happened after the new government has come. No significant reforms on the fiscal side, really, excepting some reforms in the budget. We cannot discount that about tax benefits, but nothing earth-shaking which you can say on onto a path of prosperity. So now the ball is in our court. I hope we will play it well and lob it back into the US court. Finally, sooner or later, people around the globe will recognize that India has stood up to the bully. And the person who stands up to the bully generally wins because the bully will backtrack, is my opinion and experience. So therefore, I am not worried about the 50% tariff. Of course, our portfolios will struggle for some time. I feel, as I keep saying, we are on the cusp of a good bull run in India, definitely in the US, and so much so in India. But these obstacles will come, the walls of worry will come, and I believe that in the next 6-8 months before the budget, we should be in a much, much better position than what we are today. So Trump has already also created some havoc by throwing out the Federal Reserve governor. That lady Lisa Cook has been thrown out because she's been accused of mortgage fraud. And then Trump also says that he'll put all countries with digital taxes legislation rules are not on notice. So that also will affect India. I think we'll have to be very careful on what taxes we are going to put, if anything. We are not put anything on Google and such companies, but he is saying that if you put taxes, then we will increase tariffs. So India also needs to be careful. And what else? They had yesterday the Dow Jones, the market here, we closed in the green. We struggled because everybody was anticipating something will happen, and it has happened. And generally, they say sell on rumor and buy on fact, buy on news. So today news is out, and generally when there is bad news all around, and everybody knows. See, the thing is, in the past, any changes, not the entire investing community would know. Right now, the entire investing community knows about it, so they will take action accordingly. And I think the action will be that after a gap down, we should stabilize after the first 1-2 hours. Anyway, we can't really predict it because I'm not able to predict it, at least today. So I will be actually not even wanting to trade today. I want to watch and, if necessary, buy some shares for delivery, for investment, rather than do some day trading. Even if I do day trading, it will be very, very light. Yesterday, FI sold 2,500 crores. DIs bought more than FIs. Generally, that's what has been the pattern. So about 711 crores is the net buying by institutions. Today, big block deal is there, and FI is selling worth 2,500 crores in Sai Life Sciences. It's what we call a clean out deal. They're getting out of that. The TPG Asia is getting out of that company. So about 2,500 crore is the floor price. Maybe it will be more than 2,500 crores. So this evening you will see a FI number exceeding 2,500 crores. So what other things which are there in the market? Positive AB Capital has they've appointed a new MD who's a very dynamic person. IRB Infra has got, they're getting about 180 crore annuity annually, and ONGC, they have stuck some natural gas sales. They're starting it in Rajasthan today. Hindustan Zinc is planning to double its production. That's good for metal stocks. BPCL they're focusing on premiumization, new access packs for rural markets is what BPCL says. Of course, the negatives will be Vodafone Idea, where the government of India says that we will have nothing else to do with, we have nothing to do with Vodafone. We have done what we could do. And pharma stocks, where Trump has threatened that he will bring down pharma prices significantly. So all in all, it's going to be a very exciting day. But as I say, it has come on a very important day. This is a day of reckoning, but also it is the day of Ganesha Chaturthi tomorrow. So as Ganesha is Vigneshwara, removal of god of removing all obstacles, this obstacle too, in my opinion, will be removed. And I think we should be on a path of prosperity. Now, also before we close, Fitch, another rating agency, has affirmed India's rating as BBB minus, which means outlook is stable. So that is some sort of good news. So I think we should go ahead, confidently, maybe cautiously for a few days, but sooner or later things will turn in our favor. This I'm very confident. So whatever you do, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.